Hi, everyone. So nice to be invited for this call. And today we are going to focus more on social media coaching. It is really nice to see every one of you. And I'm going to turn my slide on. So today, the slide, I'm going to make it really simple. So I just want you to focus more on my content. Okay, so let's get started. I get asked a lot, hey, Daisy, I keep sponsoring people, but no one is duplicating and no one is taking seriously. And how did you get over that?
Daisy, I'm sorry to interrupt. Did you want to do full screen for your slides?
Not full screen?
No, it's not full screen.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, okay, much
Okay.
better. Thank you.
Okay, so I have been there as well, because where I was like the only one doing the job and then no one is duplicating what I was doing, because I try to recruit people and recruit all the customer from social media. I would say 99.9%. That's how I started. And because I was so scared to talk to friends at the beginning. So, and also because of the low population in Canada, I was like really worry about the list of people. So I know that because I worked in social media company before, where I did help like an American-based company to do digital marketing. So I work with a lot of the beauty bloggers and fashion bloggers. So I know how powerful social media is. So that's how I decided to master social media. And I have learned from my mistake, and I try to create a proven system for my team to follow. And before coaching our team, there's a few tasks that we have to do along the way to figure out who we should mentor. So I'm going to introduce what I do for my team. And if people are not going to show you how serious they are just wasting your time. So first, I want to hear about some of your struggle as well. And could I ask June, what kind of struggles do you have for your team when you try to lead people to do well on social media?
I can say consistency, maybe. Yeah, because it's hard to consistently post something and communicate effectively on social media. It takes discipline.
Anything else?
And there is a message on our chat. It says what to post, maybe the content.
Okay, got it. Okay, I'm going to answer some of your questions later, and I will have a Q&A after the call is almost end. And I'm going to start my contents right now. So before we coach people, we need to find out, we need to filter out who are the serious people. So it's really important because I wasted a lot of my energy and time on the wrong group of people before. So I don't want you guys to do the same. And there's a few tests that you can find out who are serious about the business, because I only work with the ones who are willing and coachable. If they don't listen to you, maybe they think that you cannot help them. So I only work with the one who are coachable. The others, I just let the community to lead their energy. As long as they show up to join the call, I would just let them be in the call and be with the team. But I would spend most of my time who are willing and coachable. And first, I will talk about the commitment test. If you ask your team, how will you work for your business? If they say, well, I will try, then those people are not going to be committed, and you can cross them off your list and stop getting exciting about them. And then for the time being, because they are not going to do anything, and they are not the people who worth your time. So, and the second answer that you will get is like, okay, I will do my best I can, or I will see how I can get on. Again, cross them off your list as well, because they are not committed as well. But for the third answer, like I will do whatever it takes. And these group of people would be the runners. And I want all of you to ask yourself the same questions too. Are you number 1, 2, or 3? And let's see your seriousness level and commitment level on this call. So show up your hand if you are number 3. Yes, and these people are the ones that you should focus on. So, and also I would do like this. This is just an example. You can change your questions. So I would try to ask someone to, hey, watch this video, watch this training video in the next 22 hours, then call me back so we can discuss what you thought about the video. And first, number 1, they would vanish. And number 2, they will call you after 72 hours. And number 3, they call you before 22 hours. Especially for the ones who just joined the business, it's really important to get them started right. So this is just an example test. For number 1, it happens to me all the time, and it happens to you too. But for number 3, they will send me their thoughts and call me that right after they finish watching the video, just before 72 hours. Hey, Daisy, it's really awesome. And what's the next step? And I want to get going. What's next? So does number 3 happen to you? I get this number 3 all the times as well. It's just the numbers of games, right? So you could ask yourself the same questions as well. So have you ever vanished on someone? Right? So when you are told to do an assignment, are you number 1, number 2, number 3? Have you ever had anyone like number 3 in your team? And I do. They message me all the time, and they have so many questions. And these are the people who worth your time. And don't waste your time on the ones who are not coachable. I just want to say some people are really independent. If someone you've recruited is smarter or maybe stronger than you, just let her do the thing, right? But we focus on the one who are coachable. Excuses or actions. And people will give you excuses, and they will be like, oh, sorry, I couldn't make that appointment. Sorry, I couldn't do this. Sorry, I couldn't do that. And the people who make excuses, forget about them for now. Doesn't mean that you don't care about them. And they are the people who take action. Spend your time with that person. Network marketing in this industry, we do a lot of time wasting. Don't bother wasting your time. And you could say that you did 3 hours a day for the business, spending 1.5 hours on a call, maybe another 1.5 hours scrolling on Instagram, right? But we can waste our time, or we could be productive with our time. So I just want you to focus more on the right people. So the questions is like how to motivate your team to take actions. In most cases, based on my understanding, especially for the ones who are already staying at New Skin for a while, it is not lack of motivation. It is a lack of clarity. And they are lacking the right information. So the problem is not motivation, but clarity. They don't know what they have got to do. And if they know what to do, they are not excited about what they are doing, because they don't see themselves getting the success that they want. So if they keep doing the same thing that they are doing, if you get what I mean, right? So these are the some of the there are some systems that we have to have in place, and they have to be really clear and fundamentally set up so your team can get excited. And I just want to talk about the 3 systems that we have in place. The first one that you must have is a lead generation system. You need a lead generation system. It includes how to prospect people and how to create a new lead continuously. And you need to have the clarity around how people are generating leads, so they will never run out of people to talk to. Because when people run out of people, or maybe people die, they realize that their business has a limit, and they will have a fear of missing out. The only thing when people have the fear of missing out, only because they run out of people that they can talk to. So they will start like getting frustrated or maybe desperate. So we must have to create a really clear strategy, and that is proven strategy for these people. Sorry. And the second system is the presentation system. So when you found someone or your team found someone, now you need to have a system where you could introduce other people to the opportunity that you are involved in. So if you get people invite the others without them getting excited or clear about what the person is going to see, then they won't invite people and they won't want to find people, because they won't be motivated and actually go ahead and to get people to watch the presentation. So you need to get them, you need to get that system in place, and you actually need to spend the time to build this funnel so people can have a tool that they can use when they sign up someone, because people don't know what to do next. And the next system that is very important is a getting started system that includes all the social media basic training. And we need that process where when people join you, they know exactly what to do. Because when I just joined the business and I wish I would be told by someone, I just want to be told to what to do next, because I was really confused with the business at the beginning, but I really have a strong desire to become successful. So I decided to master social media. But imagine when someone just joined our business, they would be so lost. And if you cannot show them what to do, they don't know how, including what to post. But I will talk about what to post, how to lead your team to do exactly what you do later. So if someone join, like they don't have any ideas what to do, they won't be motivated to get a distributor, even though they are getting the money, but they have the fear of success by succeeding in getting a new partner, but feeling inside, oh, I have no idea what I have got to do. And when I got a new partner, I had the fear of success before too. So how could I lead someone if I have no idea what to do? And how could I duplicate someone if I have no idea what to do? And how do I build a business if I have no idea what tools are available? So it is a kind of like them feeling that they have got a bucket with a lot of holes in when they pour the water into the bucket and the water just comes out. So those three types of system is really important. And of course, like later on, you need to have a follow-up system. You need to tell them what to do. So you need a lead generation system, and you need a presenting system, a tool, and a getting started system. So if you have a proven system in place, the team will get motivated naturally, because they have the clarity in what they have got to do now. And here's the key that tie it all. Here's the key thing that most of the people would miss, is that you must nail this one, because you have to become a professional story hunter. Why do I call this a professional story hunter? It is because success story really create like motivation. So with the system that you set up, find a story of people generating leads, and then find a story in your organization who can get people onto the new presentation or maybe getting success. And then find someone in your organization who are getting people started and following the system. And then now you have all those system and then all the success story, and they can share with your team. Then the next thing you have to do is like you could do a training on your new system that you set up by simply sharing all the success stories that you collect, and then let all those people share their success story. When you do that, people get motivated because they have a clear plan and they believe in the clarity of the plan, and they have the clarity. Motivation will never be an issue. Okay, so the next thing is the assignment test. I would always try because I was really frustrated why my team is not doing anything. I thought I know what to do, but I expect them to do the same thing, but I was really wrong. People actually don't know what to do. So it is really important to tell them what to do and then show them exactly how to do it, and then let them try. You watch them do the same thing, and then let them do. And this is the process, how to make them from being dependent become more independent. So I would try to give them like different levels of assignment. So just say, like, for example, I give Lisa a level 6 assignment, and then, okay, she's not doing anything because maybe she doesn't know how. Okay, I will try to give an easier task, so level 5. And then now, or maybe even lower the level. Okay, now that she has done level 4 and level 5 assignment, and then I try to move up move up to a higher level assignment. And this is how I test people. If they don't do the assignment, they're not serious. So we follow action, but not follow what people say, because everyone would say that I'm willing, I'm coachable, I'm hungry. Everyone say that, but we can only tell who is seriously serious by their actions, right? So I would test them on, I would always give them small tasks, give them small assignment. So for example, if I give an assignment, hey, can you finish this, or maybe post this by tomorrow, or maybe by Friday, and then she did it, then I would keep mentoring the same person. But of course, I would give like maybe 3 chances. If she cannot do anything, or maybe she doesn't do anything, I would not focus on this person. And the next thing is like campaign and challenges. Campaign and challenges are really important too. I would say for number one, these are all the example that I do, but you can be more creative about that. For example, like product use and results, I would have a 7-day campaign and lead my team to do exactly the same thing. So from day 1 to day 7, I would tell them exactly what to post. So I create a post for them, like I would give them the same script. They can just like be more creative, maybe work around a little bit. So they usually duplicate my content, exactly what I posted, but use their own face. And sometimes, like for product use, I would film like a demo video, or maybe, for example, like Lumi Spa, I would do the product test, film that product test, so my team can use the same video as a tool, but the contents or the poll that you can post in the story, they can use their own picture. So by doing that, from day 1 to day 7, they follow my same procedure and the steps. Day 1, let's do this. Day 2, let's do this. So it's not long, just 7 days, or you can do a 5 days blitz, or maybe like let's recruit 3 customers in 3 days, or maybe 10 customers in 7 days. But be creative with your campaign. But don't expect people to know what to do. You have to create that event by yourself, like get the script ready and get the post ready, so they can follow the same method, and then they will grow, and they would think, oh, I can create similar posts later. So these are the things that I do. I create campaign and challenges every month, so people can follow the same steps. And it's really easy when they follow one, well, maybe 2 to 3 times, they know what to post. They know what to post. Okay, so these are the campaign and challenges work really well in my team. So, and just make sure, like, for the people, not for now. I mean, just because someone doesn't doesn't really pass the test for the first time round doesn't mean that they are not serious. Timing can come into place. So just in this case, I would let them stay in the community as long as they show up for the weekly call or maybe bi-weekly. They will get the energy or maybe the motivation by the whole team. But I would not waste my time on those people for now. Because people show up for like-minded people and they like the atmosphere. And lastly, I want to talk about some extra tips that I use. Number one is like from beginning, make sure that you manage their expectation. Ask the person, do I have the permission to keep you in track? I know that you are excited right now, but you are going to go through some challenges and there might be some challenging time. Do I have the permission to reach out to you if you are not doing what you should be doing, or maybe when you are distracted? Do I have the permission to keep you in check? Guess what the answer is?
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. Your camera is blocked by something right now. So okay, better.
Okay. So, the answer would usually be yes. So when you get the permission, then you will get their permission to give them a call. When they are down, when their energy is not there, you can give them a call. And then the next thing, you need to know their goals. So usually I would ask them, make sure, like some people would just want to earn extra money at the beginning. So I will always ask them, like, what's your number one goal for the business? And let's say that will say financial freedom. Okay, cool. So when they start to be demotivated or maybe unmotivated, you are going to remind them their why. So, hey, Mary, is financial freedom so important to you? Because you already got the permission from number one, right? So you can reach out to this person and then ask them this question. If the answer is no, it's not for me, so then the person is most likely going to quit. But I think it's a good thing, because what's the point of wasting your time? So remember, when we spend time with, we want to spend the time with the ones who are taking action. So imagine, like, if A think that she's going to be the next superstar, and then B doesn't think that she's going to be the next superstar. So Mary in this case is the B, right? Why train B? If this person, you keep this person in the team, she would create a negative energy in your team anyway. So people just get off the bus all the time, and they're always like new people getting on the ride. So focus on the ones who are coachable. And then number 3, use the calendar, because we as the uplines, we are not their boss. As long as you do the work, you will get the pay, right? So I would always, like, as soon as some new members join, I would always tell my team, your boss is your calendar. So if your calendar is empty, you are not doing the work, and you cannot blame anything. It's not that the business doesn't work, it's because you are not doing the job. And only when you have a full pipeline of appointments, you will get paid well. And so your calendar is your boss. So I will always ask them to check your calendar. So do you have a full pipeline of appointment coming up? Are you following up people? Are you talking to people? Are you doing things? So number 3, use the calendar. And then number 4, recognize others more. Here's one thing I highly recommend you to do. It's going to create independence and also motivate people really well. I would recognize small success and also activities, it's not results. As long as they do the activity, I would recognize activity instead of the result. Because people just want to feel like they can make it happen. I would recognize all those small things, and I would show other people that this person is doing, being really creative about their posts, or maybe they are doing the job. Oh my God, like they are more creative than I am. And number 5, stay plugged in and get people together weekly and have a power hour. I don't really talk about myself, but I would really, instead of like myself talking, I would get my team speaking more. Like because I don't want to be on the microphone all the time, and I want them to be the speakers. So people always need the energy and the wins for them to gain more confidence. So I think like all those small successes can create really good energy for that power hour. And sometimes we do role play for that power hour as well. So as long as people show up and they would get the values and energy, they would show up. People don't show up just because they don't see the value for that call, right? So it's really important to create the value for our weekly calls. And number 6 is aim for progression through challenges. And people really love progression when they have a list, when they cross out the things that they have completed. They just love the progressions, and they love to know, oh, I'm further progressed than I was yesterday, and I have done more today than I did yesterday. So if you do a 5 days, 10 days, 15 days challenge with your team, they will become more confident about themselves and they will take more actions. So every time when I do the blitz or maybe the challenges, the 5-day or 7-day, 10 days challenges, they're short, not like 30 days, that would be too long. And I would have a list or maybe a DMO, I call it daily operation method for my team. And number 7 is like YouTube or podcast. You can share a daily motivation video or podcast into your group. So just say, hey guys, morning motivation today is boom. And then you send the video or podcast into the group, and I'm fire up. Are you? Or maybe you can do your own recording for your team. And during those like challenges, I always do that. And sometimes I would do not just social media challenges. I would do mindset 5-day, no, 10 days mindset training, something like that. And last but not least, master yourself. Only when you master social media yourself, you would know what works and what doesn't, and you could create a proven system for your team. And that's the only way they will follow you. So that includes all the contents that I want to share with you guys. And we would have a maybe 10 minutes Q&A.
Awesome, Daisy. Thank you so much. We do have a lot of questions here already. I don't know if you can look in our chat room, but June posted it up here. One of the questions was, how do you filter and find people on social media?
Oh, okay. That's good question. For this questions, the same attract. So I would want to work with like-minded people, right? So I would go for maybe hashtag entrepreneur mindset, something like that. Or if you like cooking, or you can search cooking and then go through all the different profile. So if you just look at their profile and their bio or something like that, you can look at their feeds and see who, like, do you want to work with that person? It is the same to that person too. They want to work with like-minded people. Only when you have mutual common values or interests, then you can connect. That's how I find someone on social media. And of course, I will give you guys a tip, because I don't really filter before, but now I filter. I only find, maybe it's easier for you guys to find the ones who are already active on social media. I would find someone who are actively posting story on their Instagram. Just to let you know, not just Instagram, there's so many social media platforms, and I have been focusing more on video platform right now. I'm tired of pictures right now. So you can find someone who is like smiling all the time and having good relationship with people and have really good engagement, then this is the right person. So how can you tell? You can tell by their comments or maybe like their engagement is really important. You don't need a large following for you to create an executive. Some people with less than 1,000 followers, they can become an executive. And I have seen many people who are like under 2K, they still can have really large volumes.
Okay, great. I also have another question. Which training video do you send them for the 72-hour assignment test?
The 20, the getting started video, how to get started video.
Is that on YouTube?
No.
Yeah, I think, is there a more specific like link that you can send to us? Oh, you mean the one that's online, the OTG one?
No, I think I have my own opportunity video, but because I think OTG, like, have you ever thought about the OTG one? Like the ending would be like, talk to the one, or maybe call to the one who sent you this video, something like that. No one would call that person, okay? So I would say that maybe like, because people would want to listen to the one that they trust. So
you create your own?
yeah, I create my own.
Is there any way that maybe you would be open to sending that out maybe to this group? Or
it would be really simple though, like really simple. I talk about like how you can earn extra income, because we recruit people from our customers mostly, right?
yes.
So for just do the simple calculation about how, like, for example, like selling toothpaste, like 10 times 10, $100, something like that.
I see. So you use a product and then you introduce the compensation plan into that product, and
Yes.
how they can grow their business that way.
Yes, because people don't think really big unless that person is a business owner, right? But for a regular person, they don't really care about how great the compensation plan is, but they care about earning extra income.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, and they cannot understand level 6-5% anyway. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. I think, I'm not sure if you answered this question or not, but I'm going to ask it anyway. What would be an example of level 6 assignment?
Okay. Level 6 is like how they have to, I would send them a DMO. Like, for example, you have to follow up how many people they have to follow up.
Oh, I see. So you give them an assignment saying, oh, you have to follow with X number of people.
Yes.
Okay,
Number
got it.
of people, or maybe like create start to talk to maybe 10 strangers a day, something like that.
Got it. Got it. Okay, we have another question that came up. How many people do you send messages to in a day?
I would say at least 30.
Wow.
Because
that's amazing.
people don't really answer your message right away, right? And even when they reply you, it doesn't mean that the conversation would be like normal conversation. They might reply you maybe 1 hour later, and then tomorrow, you have to get the conversation going. So more people, the better.
Got it. So I want to go into the lead generation system that you were talking about. How do you create this? Do you do it through the hashtags that you were talking about in the beginning?
No, actually, the lead generation system is quite long. I talk about prospecting and then how to write your list, your dream 10 or something like that. Like you can prospect people by using social media, right? It's really easy. But when you comment on people, they reply, it's more like a conversation starter. Like there are a few videos for that system, so they can learn everything about like how to prospect people. And prospecting is really the most important thing for our business. Maybe 80% of their time should be prospecting.
Yes, very true. Any more questions before we close?